Hi, Tracy here with BibleJournalingMinistries.com, and today I'm going to show you how you can use gelatos as a dye for your ribbon. So you've probably seen some of these floating around where they put ribbons on paper clips and then they attach them to their Bibles. So you'll see a lot of Bibles that whenever someone does a page, they'll take a paper clip and they'll stick it in their Bible, and it's just super cute, right, to remind them of a page that they've done. So you might like to do that too, and if you do, then this is going to be a great tutorial for you because I'm going to show you how you tie them as well. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you're going to need is ribbon. You're going to need some paper clips. I'm going to use the small ones, but feel free to use the big ones. I prefer smaller ones, but they are harder to tie. And then I'm going to need some gelatos and some water. Okay, so to get started, I will cut a little piece of ribbon, probably, I don't know, maybe around 6 inches. But you could cut it bigger or smaller if you like. You could also dye a lot of pieces, a lot of different pieces at the same time, so you don't have to dye individually like we're going to be doing in this tutorial. I'm just going to cut some ribbon. And this is just lace from my grandma. Actually, before she passed away, she had a box of lace, and so that was gifted to me, and I have just been using it here and there over time. That's probably going to be just fine. So there are many different things you can do in terms of dyeing this with a gelato, and I promise you I will not be using pink in this tutorial, so you'll be happy to know that it's not going to be pink. It will be red. Let's use red. To use this as a dye, you can just simply color over the material like this and just get the color in to start, and then we'll start working it in just a minute. That's probably going to be enough. Then I'm going to take my spray bottle of water and I'm going to hit it lightly. And then I'm going to take my finger and start working with the gelato color. Depending on how you want it to look, you just work more, add more color as you go along. If you're happy about the color and the way it's working, great. If not, then add less. You can always add more color later, but it's really difficult. Like, you could take it out, but you would just have to add a lot of water, maybe wash it. I'm not sure it would all come out though, because it would probably stain it at least a little bit. Okay, so then we have that piece, and I'm just going to wipe it up. I'm going to spray a little water here and just kind of take my lace and just kind of make sure I've got all the color out, distributed the way I want it distributed. And maybe I'll pick it up a little bit here on the end. If I wasn't too happy with that, I could just add some more gelato to that end, but I think it's fine. I have really red hands. So let's get a baby wipe here for me. I don't want this to stain my hands all day long. Okay. So that's one way. I'm just going to wipe this up. Let this dry for a bit. If it's not dry by the time we need to tie it, we'll go ahead and hit it with a little heat. The next way you can dye is by adding water to the gelato on the mat. So let's go ahead and use this blueberry blue. And I'm just coloring on my craft mat here. And then I'm going to hit it with some water. And then I'm going to run my lace right through. The gelato has really just, a lot of beautiful colors in it. So that's really a cute piece of lace there. Just want to check on this real quickly. It's kind of got a dye tie look to it on the back of it, so I'm fine with that. And then let's do another one. Let's do this one. This time, let's just do a quick yellow across this one. So there it is. I've worked it in kind of to both sides as much as I want to do it. And now that's done. And then lastly, we're going to do a little piece of white. And I'm just going to go ahead and mix a couple colors. So maybe, let's say I didn't have green, but I had a little bit of yellow left here. You can see it on the mat. A little bit of blue here. And I'm going to mix those colors together. Kind of. So easy to think that you need all like watercolors and acrylics and all of those things, and you know, sometimes you just need one item that has a lot of uses. Okay, so that's gelatos. And let's see, they're kind of dry. They're dry enough to do the tutorial, so I would advise you to leave them overnight, but it's up to you. Okay, so for the tutorial, I'm going to do it just now so that you guys can see. So to do the actual tying, there's many different ways you can tie. But what I like to do is I take the paper clip and I lay the color of the ribbon down, and then I take the end of it and I thread it through between the ribbon and the end of the paper clip. Then I take the same other side, and then I take it and I thread it through the end of the paper clip like this. Okay? And then what I do is I take the entire piece and I start to move the ribbon off of the paper clip, and then I tie it tight at the top. And you can see now that it's tied, and then I could clip off the end if I wanted to. And that's how you tie it. Alright? Other options, especially when I'm super busy and I don't have time, is I'll just take the ribbon and I'll just knot it at the top. And again, not sure if this is going to work because this is a super thick piece of ribbon, but let's go ahead and give it a try with the big ribbon. Again, flat behind the paper clip, then bring the ribbon through the loop between the paper clip top and the ribbon side. You're just going to thread it through. Okay, and then you're going to do the other way here as well, and you're going to just thread it through. Okay, and then you can see that you have a nice front to it. And if you want to, when it comes to the thicker ribbons, I don't usually pull them to the top, but the thinner ones I almost always do. And then I'm just going to trim the edge like this. I've got that ribbon. Ta-da! Some people like to add a little glue at the back of it, and you can, to help it not unravel. I don't really have a problem with mine unraveling, but you might. And then we didn't do the red one, so let's go ahead and do the red one too, and I'm just going to knot this one. Alright, so that's how you create the little bookmarks, and showed you how to use gelatos to dye ribbon. I hope this video tutorial was helpful to you. If it was, please let us know. We're at BibleJournalingMinistries.com. Thanks, have a good day. Bye.